Hi everyone, we will be talking about difference between two numbers. We will take an easy example. I know the numbers are small, but the purpose behind this example is to understand the question very well. So you don't memorize how to do it. You're gonna use logic, common sense to be able to solve any question related to difference. If they ask you what's the difference between 5 and 3, I know you're gonna tell me easy, miss, it's 2. I know. Let us think about it, why we are subtracting. We are finding the difference between two numbers. When we ask you about difference, directly you should remember subtraction. So I need to find this missing part over here. It's obvious here, it's 2, I know. So what are we doing? I'm taking the long distance, which is the 5. Then I am removing the shorter distance, which is the 3 over here. So when I remove this part, what is left is my answer. That's why I will be doing 5 minus a 3. And the answer is gonna be 2. The numbers are easy, I know. So to find the difference between two numbers, put it in absolute and subtract the numbers. So it's the absolute value of the difference. Like in a previous video, we talked about the distance between two numbers. This is the same, but sometimes they might change the question. So what do we mean by the absolute value of the difference? So now what's the difference between 2 and -2, or between -2 and 2? Which means what's the distance between these two numbers? I'm gonna put the numbers in absolute and then put the subtraction operator in the middle. On purpose, I put the -2 next to it, so now the two signs over here, I can replace them by one sign, negative, and negative is positive. So now I have the absolute value of 2 and 2, which is the absolute value of 4. Now I put it outside. Remember, the distance should be positive. So what's the difference between 2 and -2? The answer is 4. Same thing for this one. What's the difference between 1 and -4, or -4 and 1? Put it in absolute, put the subtraction operator in the middle. If you have signs next to each other, as it shows here, replace them by only one sign to make it easier. So now I'll have the absolute of 1 plus 4, which is the absolute of 5, which is 5. Exactly. So what's the difference? What's the distance between these two numbers? It is 5. Take a minute to solve this one. What's the difference, or what's the distance between -4 and -1? Absolute, put them inside. Don't forget the subtraction operator. In any order you put them, you will get the same answer. Just make sure to finish what's inside, to finish, find the value, find the answer, and then put it outside the absolute value. Two operators next to each other, two signs next to each other, negative and the negative. I'm gonna replace them by only one. I will get positive. The absolute of -1 plus 4, you find the answer, then you put it outside. 4 is bigger than the 1, so I take its sign. My answer is gonna be plus, positive. Positive what? You find the difference. 4 minus 1 is a 3, so the absolute of 3 is 3. Try to watch it again and see you in the next video.